How to create a colourful design such as this in Photoshop. You can use images, but you can also use gradients. So select a gradient, and I'm going to go for a rainbow gradient, and I'm going to use blending mode difference and linear. So just apply it a couple of times. And I'm going to create a very, very narrow gradient in the center, because what I want to do, I want to select that. So I'm just going to go over here and use the elliptical marquee tool and simply select. I'm just going to select that area there. So once I've done that, I can go to select and then go down to modify and feather. I'm just going to mod just 10, 20, just make it slightly blurry and click OK. So once you've done that, what you can do, you can copy it. So you go to edit and copy and edit and paste. And that will put it as a new layer. You can see it over here. Now with this layer, what you can do is you can just deselect that one. Also, I'm just going to hide it. I don't need that layer now. I just want this design. So what I can do, I can now move this around. I can reposition it. But I can also add layer effects to it. So just go down here to effects, click there, and bevel emboss. Just gives that nice three-dimensional effect. So bevel emboss, go with inner bevel, and you can tweak the depth, change the size, depending on what you want. And also glass contour. And a really nice one, I think, is this one. Creates a very nice one. That's the one with two peaks. And you can change the angle of this direction. Now I'm just going to push it near the edge. And I want the colour to still be there. So put it up top there and you will still get that nice colourful design. And click OK. Now I want it upright like that. I want it vertically, so it's just a narrow design like that. I've got no background. So I can now go over here to the rectangular marquee tool and I can just select this area. Just make certain you don't sort of select, see, cut through the shadow. With this design, what you can then do is you can define it as a pattern. So edit and define pattern. And you can see there that little thumbnail and you can click OK. So it's added to the pattern presets. So at this point, select and deselect, and now I'm just going to flatten it. And it will come up with a message there, and I'm just going to clear it as well. But I'm going to clear it by adding on top of it a pattern design. So fill, and you can go here and you can select pattern. Now you might also like to create this as a layer. So you can go to layer menu and create a new layer. So you can add the effect to a new layer. Makes it easy if you want to move things around, but I'm going to do that later. So just there, got pattern. Make certain you select the design. There it is there. Got the custom pattern. Make certain the script is on. And I'm going with Symmetry Fill. Very powerful tool. Normal. Click OK. And you can see straight away you've got this design. I'm going with 7. Dilative rotation symmetry. Scale 1.25. 53. 52. 1. 0.25. So it's basically right in the centre there. Also, the document's about 2048 by about 1600. So you can see design, you can change it, of course, you can tweak these settings, move this up and down, and you can get something like that. You can create all kinds of designs. So subtle changes, so like to the height, 61, 53, you'll get a different result. And of course, the different gradients you select, you will get different results as well. And I'm going to go with that one. So click OK, and you can see the design there. Well, that's not the end point. What I want to do now is I'm just going to go over here, and again, I'm just going to use the elliptical marquee tool. And I'm going to select, just roughly, doesn't have to be perfect, right, that central point, and you can always move it around. Maybe you decide, you know what, I want it to be bigger than that. So you can select maybe that. And again, you can just reposition it. And you can see there, it puts it dead center there. Very handy. So it's done for you. And then you can go to edit, and you can copy and edit and paste. And again, creates a new layer. Now you can keep the old one. And now the selection's gone. So you can now just shift that. And you can resize it. So you might decide, you know what, I want that slightly smaller. So just resize it. Just a little bit. Once you've done that, you can then hold down the Alt Option key and simply drag and position it. Now I'd suggest near the edge. Now also another thing you could do, you could always again use feathering. So with that selection just before, you could have feathered it so you get a nice sort of blurry effect with it. So that's another possibility. Or maybe apply effects. Again, hold down the Alt Option key and duplicate it. And you can repeat that and of course resize it. And you can fill the entire document. Let's just quickly move that out of the way. And you can see as you do that, you can position it there. You've got the original design as well, if you want that. And you can always resize it. So you don't have to keep them the same size. You could decide, you know what, I want some small ones there. So just create that, put that there, and hold down the Alt Option key and add that. And you've got this fairly complex, colourful design very quickly, just by using these gradients as well as the pattern design. And then you can flatten it. So you can just go layer and flatten image. And with that, you can apply effects. So if you want to, you can always go to filter, maybe blurs, stylize is a great one, maybe oil paint. So again, you can apply oil paint, stylization set to the max, no lighting, and click OK to create a very unusual design like that. Then to finish it off, you can always go to image, adjustments, and go down to say vibrance, and just add a bit of vibrance into it, make it a bit more sort of stand out. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always happy to answer anything about the pattern designs, about Photoshop. Also, if you've got any other questions about Photoshop, how you can use this, how you can use that, please let me know and I will try and create videos on that. Also, please subscribe. A like or dislike, always great as well. Thank you much. Bye.